very good morning to you guys. Welcome to Asakhe Online. My name is Brighton. Ncube. Today we are looking at different issues. Over the past weeks we've been looking at issues of culture, technology, issues of theatre, and many things affecting Bulawayo and Matebele and beyond. And today on the show I want to talk about insurance, the importance of having insurance and the benefits of having insurance. And to help me unpick that is Nkosikhona Ndlovu, coming from Microsure Insurance. That's the CEO of Microsure Insurance. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brighton. Good morning to you as well.
Let's talk about Microsure Insurance. Give us a brief history of Microsure Insurance.
Thank you for that good question. Microsure Micro Insurance Company is a new company which I was licensed 2 years ago in Zimbabwe to cater specifically for the previously excluded communities. We're looking at the farmers, we're looking at the vendors. And we believe that insurance is a key driver of economic growth, and our presence and our existence therefore speaks to those objectives.
How important is to have insurance? It's Brighton right now. How important? I don't have an insurance company. How important for me is to have an insurance company, in particular Microsure Insurance?
The key question that we ask ourselves is, how many risks do we face as individuals, as corporates? So you find that your very existence means that you are at risk of a lot of perils that you face. So therefore, it's very important for either an individual or a company to insure its assets so that in the event of a risk that occurs, they are able to recover from such risks. Yes.
I want to touch on working with vendors. Like, speak to us more about that in terms of working with vendors, your packages. Do they cover vendors in terms of packages? How do you cover vendors in particular?
A very interesting concept is that in the past, insurance is focused on the formalized market, the person who earns a salary every month. But with the emergence of micro insurance players, Microsure for instance, we are focusing on the previously excluded communities. We spoke about the vendors, for example. They don't have regular income. They don't have predictable earnings. But what we have done is we have customized and tailored our packages to suit their needs. They are able to pay either monthly, they're able to pay every quarter, they're able to pay even for the whole year, annually. And the premiums that we are speaking of start from as low as 50 cents, 75 cents per month, which really are affordable. And by the way, the economy right now, the vendors, your informal sector is driving growth. That's where the money is as we speak right now. Yes.
Many people who are involved in terms of insurance issues, they ask around the waiting period in terms of whether paying now or pay today. How long is the waiting period before I get to be a beneficiary or receive the money? I know you guys are focusing more on money. How long is the waiting period?
That's a very good question, Brighton. For us as Microsure, we have 2 waiting periods. The first one is for the main life who is covered and their families. The waiting period in that instance is 3 months. And then the second relates to their dependents. Those ones who are outside the nucleus family. In that instance, the waiting period is 6 months. However, in the event of an accidental death, we cover immediately, which means there is no waiting period for accidental death. Yes.
Maybe someone's watching the show this morning, they're asking themselves, would say, I'm sharing my items with this company. Why should I leave the company and come to Microsure? What are the benefits of being part of Microsure Insurance Company?
One of the key issues that we are driving is, if you look at our payoff line, we say is more than insurance. We want to drive innovation, we want to drive creativity, we want to drive agility. We think that the current players have done very well. The insurance sector is solid. It has got pioneers who have really driven the sector to where it is right now. So as Microsure, we are not reinventing the wheel, but want to also come up with policies that are highly customized, that speaks to the needs of the individual, that drive economic growth, that also excite the market in a way. I'll give you an example. When you look at our policies, the final cash plan that we have as an example, one of the key features is that we allow our clients to pay as and when they're able to pay. In terms of the lapse, when I say lapse, I mean if a client hasn't paid, how long does the policy remain valid or enforced? We have got very flexible terms that takes into account the unpredictability of the inflows that our clients could be meeting it or could be having at a point in time. Yes.
Looking at Ncube now, in terms of our monetary policy, we're using the multi-currency system with the ZiG, the Rand, the US dollar. Can I pay in any currency, the ZiG, Rand, or US dollar? And also in terms of receiving the cash, which currency do I receive the cash around?
That's a perfect question. As Microsure, we are very happy that the ZiG has brought stability, it has brought clarity, it has brought fluency in terms of the economic fundamentals in the country. We accept any currency, whether it's the ZiG, it's the Rand, it's the USD. But obviously, the claim then is paid in the currency that would have been received by Microsure. So in simple terms, if you pay in ZiG, when you claim, we pay you a payout that is in ZiG. Yes.
I saw some of the areas that you guys are focusing on in terms of the cover. Sometimes you pay 1,000, for example, you get grocery and cover beneficiaries. Talk to us more about the groceries and also the cover. I know guys give the money, and also talk to us about the premiums, the benefits of maybe, for example, the cash plan, $1,000 plus groceries. Depends on the benefits. What are the benefits and how many can I add to my policy?
I think for us as Microsure, we cover a gap where we believe that they say cash is king. We believe the same as well. With cash, you might find that sometimes, unfortunately, in the event of death, the loved one would have been hospitalized, or maybe their children are still going to school. There's a limitless need that you can define for cash. So we come in to cover that gap, where the family might still be in need of cash to meet some of their needs. That's where we come in. Through regulation, our regulator is the Insurance Pensions Commission, and I must say that they've been very supportive of the microinsurance sector. In fact, the growth of the microinsurance sector in Zimbabwe is largely attributable to the way that the regulator has deliberately supported the growth of the sector in view of the gap that it is covering. So you will find that our limit is $2,000 US. That's the maximum that we pay that we pay. But you would agree with me that with $2,000 US, a lot can be done, a lot can be covered, a lot of gaps can be met within the family.
Earlier on, we were speaking about the issue of working with BUPRA and other resident associations in Bulawayo. I know there's there was this thing people were collecting my daughter and so on. Speak to us more about that work you've been doing there with the societies in Bulawayo.
We are fortunate as Microsure that the concept of Zibute, as you rightly mentioned, is something that is popular, that people know of, and that people are familiar with. So we're not reinventing the wheel again. We have just formalized the arrangement. We are happy that we have partnered with the Bulawayo Progressive Residents Association, where we have got packages that are specific to the residents of Bulawayo. This is a concept that we will be spreading to other towns and other cities. Already we have done quite a lot of groundwork, because we believe that it's an opportunity for all the communities to have dignity, to have cover, to be treated with dignity, so to speak. So yes, it's a very key issue that you are speaking to, the issue of uzibute, amabhuku circulating, abantu beshaya izimali. But what we have just done is we have just formalized it and made it, in my view, neater and more customized to the needs of the communities that we deal with.
Speaking of communities, I know also there was this school again. We always see our fathers every Saturday, maybe month-end, going into a good area and so on and so on. But this was not formalized or informal again. Speak to us more about that, also working with these burial societies that are in communities or in rural areas.
In fact, as I speak to you right now, we are working with a number of burial societies. You would know that I'm Ndlovu myself, so I'll use my name as an example. Sometimes in such informal arrangements, there are stories of Ndlovu sesegoli, imali kayiseko. And what we have done is, because we have a regulator, because we have policies, because we have systems in place, our clients have the assurance that that day will never come when they come and they find the money is gone, or there is a story about the premium that they've been paying. So in terms of the burial societies, they are coming on board, they are bringing their premiums, and we are taking over the risk that they would have assumed. Unlike the arrangement in the private society where you have to contribute your premium, this is an insurance arrangement. So you find that for as little as 75 cents, 50 cents, the cover could be as high as rather 500 US dollars. That's the cover that you are looking at. So it then makes sense in terms of the economics of it, and it's quite a very useful product for the community.
But also, has been the response from the community from Bulawayo? How has been the response?
Fantastic. We have had very good responses from corporates, from the community, from individuals. We believe that the essence of our product, the essence of our strategy in terms of including everyone for insurance, the essence of being more than insurance, where we are looking at value addition, value-added services for our clients, has been taken up very, very well by the community, by our clients. And we hope that we'll be growing from where we are as we progress into the future.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to insurance, there are things that are confusing. I know I want to make a confused about many terms and so on. Issue of benefit, a cover charge, a premium. Basically, explain to us, break it down to us. What's a cover charge, what's a benefit, what's a premium?
Okay, let me try and put it in very simple terms, Brighton. The first issue is that there is a risk. So by risk, we are saying the possibility of something untoward happening, either to a corporate or to an individual. For example, death. So we then price it and say, okay, for a sum assured, which is the benefit of maybe 2,000 US dollars, what is the price? By price, I mean, what is the contribution that the person must pay every month? There are actuaries who do that, who are qualified, who work with an actuary ourselves, they are based in South Africa. They are the ones who guide us in terms of the pricing, because that's their area of specialty. We then come up with a premium. A premium is the contribution that the person would have to be paying every month. Then there is the cover is the sum assured. How much will they get if that insured event occurs? So I think in simple terms, yeah, that's what I would say are the key terms that someone might want to be familiar with in the insurance landscape.
But also there are other terms. So like for example, waiting, you spoke about earlier on about the waiting period to say before it matures, called the waiting period, right?
Yes.
But again, the grace period, insurable interest. Speak to us more about the grace period and also the insurable interest. Those two terms are also confusing when it comes to insurance.
Okay. The grace period, like I said earlier on, insurance cover works as you pay your premiums.
Yep.
But there are things that happen in life where the person might not be able to pay their premium on the agreed date. For example, if you say my premium is payable on the 30th of the month, we expect that on every month, on the 30th of the month, you pay your premium. So in the event that you are not able to do so, we allow, that's what we call a grace period. We allow, before lapsing the policy, by lapsing, we mean that no benefits will be payable. We allow maybe 10 days, 15 days for you to then make good the premium payment. Then you also you spoke about
insurable interest.
Insurable interest. This is a very interesting concept, especially for us as Microsure, because we give cash. There's a lot of anti-selection. There's a lot of fraud that can happen, even as we try and meet the needs of the community, where someone can insure a person with whom they have no relationship at all. Mm-hmm. So in the event of that happening, we say there is no insurable interest. So by insurable interest, we are saying that you must insure someone that is close to you, who you have an interest over or in, so that if they were to die, your pocket will be affected. Why do we say so? Because where there is no insurable interest, you then have the risk of me taking out a policy on someone and then conniving with someone else to have a hit on that person so that I get the payout. You know, these are huge monies that someone can use to start a project. And we don't want that to happen. So we want to make sure that the insurance that we give and the cover that we promote is ethical, and that there is an interest in that cover. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Earlier on, we spoke about Microsure being using innovations and so on. Also, this year we're facing drought. as a farmer, you lose your cattle because of drought, you lose your wheat crop each because of drought and so on. Are you guys covering also farmers? If I lose my crop, if I lose my life, so are you guys covering those people in terms of insurance?
Yes, in fact, we are working on crop insurance, weather indexed insurance. We are yet to approach our regulator because before we take the product to the market, it needs to be authorized and approved by the regulator. So these are things that we are working on that we, at the moment, maybe I'm not at liberty to really go into detail with on. So yes, we are looking at that space as well, where we can cover our farmers. You would also realize that because of the drought, there's a lot of losses that the farmers are going to suffer. There's a lot of money that they put into the soil that they may not be able to recover. And this is the beauty of insurance, where we then assist the farmer to recover from such eventualities. Yes.
As you report for our show this morning, there are many insurance companies across the country, across in Bulawayo as well. What makes Microsure Insurance unique and different? And why should I come to Microsure Insurance as Brighton?
We define ourselves as more than an insurer. We're a partner. We understand the needs of each and every client that we deal with. We have highly customized the products. We are unique. We are very agile. We try by all means to be in the shoes of our client. In fact, ever since we started 2 years ago, there is no claim that we have not paid. We pay all our claims on time. We always look for the reason to pay a claim rather than for the reason not to pay a claim. If you look at the products that we have for the Bulawayo community, for example, they are based on research. We spoke to the community. What are the pain points? What are the needs? And our products address precisely those pain points. And that is why we always say Microsure more than insurance. Because we
maybe if you can go to what the people say, if you're going to do this research, what are they saying about maybe what their needs and so on? What are they saying in terms of what they want to be part of this insurance?
I think one of the issues that keep coming up is the historical pain that people suffered when the currency lost value, and they were not able to recover from that. So they want assurance that should that happen again, how will we respond, how will we react? But the way that we have approached that very critical question is that we have packaged our products in such a way that we look at it from a short-term point of view and also from the long-term point of view. But the beauty also, which is coming from the government, is that there is a framework that has been devised to try and compensate the clients for the loss of value that they suffered. Yep. That, in a way, has managed to give back confidence to the market. You agree with me that insurance is one of the key drivers of economic growth in terms of mobilization of resources and savings. So it's very key for all stakeholders to work together and ensure that the confidence that the market needs is restored.
I know in the coming few weeks we've been working together in terms of doing these interviews. What can we expect more coming from Microsure, working with site in terms of giving people, the audience out there, different knowledge, different issues around importance of having insurance? What can we expect from Microsure in terms of these conversations?
In fact, we are very happy to have this opportunity to partner with site. We believe that, in fact, not we believe, it's a truth that site has been at the forefront of innovation, cutting edge and all those issues, and we would not have wished for a better partner. So for us, going forward, we are going to be discussing issues to do with how corporates, how the informal sector can understand insurance, how they can also leverage their ambition, their dreams on insurance. So we are looking at how we can work together with various stakeholders to really carry the torch of insurance forward, and also to contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of our country, Zimbabwe. Yes.
Where can you find you in Bulawayo offices, and maybe a phone number if you want to reach out, get insurance from you, plan from you? Where can I reach out? Where can I find you guys in Bulawayo offices?
In Bulawayo, we are on number 7, Sunning Hill Court. That is 5th Street and 14th Avenue, Bulawayo. Our head office is in Harare, Causeway Building, 3rd floor. That is where everything happens. That's where the head office is. My phone number is the CEO is 0773 962 745. Yes, but we are also on social media, on Twitter. It's now called X. And we are also on Facebook. Yes, so we are virtually everywhere. Yeah.
Maybe there's someone who's watching the show right now who's undecided in terms of what can they do in terms of insurance. You know, they've been disappointed before, as you said, in terms of research. They've went there and tried that, but they've been disappointed. What can you say to them in terms of Microsure coming at cutting-edge innovation? What can you say to them? Maybe convince them to join Microsure. Here's the camera. They convince the client, speak to them there around Microsure more than insurance.
We are here to change the insurance landscape, to redefine the parameters of insurance. So we want to engage our clients. We want them to talk to us. We want to understand their needs. We don't believe in one size fits all. We want to engage them. So if there's anyone who has got questions, needs about insurance, I would encourage them to talk to us so that we understand their need, we understand their pain points. And then from there, we're able to be innovative and to redesign our products to meet their need. Our very existence is about innovation, about changing mindsets, about reshaping the insurance landscape. Yes.
Ndlovu, thanks so much for your time. Looking forward to more conversations around insurance and also the importance of having a plan as you grow. We're growing up, the importance of having a plan as you grow. Thanks so much for your time, sir.
Siyabonga kakhulu for having us here, Mr. Ncube and team. We really appreciate this opportunity. We look forward to more sessions, more discussions, so that we can innovate, we can be creative around insurance. For us, it's an opportunity to learn, to unlearn, to relearn. So siyabonga kakhulu. Next time, keep well.
Well, we've been watching the Asakhe online this morning, speaking to us more about issues of insurance, the importance of having insurance. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please do pass your feedback and comments via the comment section. They were willing to listen and hear from you. Do follow them at Microsure Insurance, more than just insurance. We want to hear from you guys as well, in terms of perspective, your plans as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. For myself, Brighton Ncube, is bye for now.